Newly declassified documents from the Durham investigation raising new questions about Hillary Clinton's role in Russiagate. The 29-page annex from the report shows Hillary's role in the false collusion narrative as she faced her own email scandal. One section reading, HRC approved Julia's idea about Trump and Russia hackers hampering U.S. elections. That should distract people from her own missing email, especially if the affair goes to the Olympic level. The White House is calling for accountability.
This is further evidence that Hillary Clinton approved the Russia hoax against President Trump. Her campaign financed it. Again, she approved it. And the FBI and the CIA were both weaponized to the president wants to see justice serves, and he trusts the Attorney General and the Department of Justice to implement that justice and hold these people accountable.
The New York Post editorial board writing, quote, Russiagate was never anything more than Hillary Clinton's paid-for lies. Jonathan Turley says Democrats pulled the greatest political con job ever on Americans. It is finally unraveling. Cammack, Florida Congresswoman, joins us now. Congresswoman, welcome to you. So is it unraveling?
Absolutely. And it's about time. This has been going on for years. And we know, of course, that the Steele dossier was just simply opposition research that was paid for by the DNC and the Clinton campaign and conducted by our intel services. Really a slap in the face to all of the men and women who have made careers out of trying to get to the truth, to build real cases. And in this case, they were asked, and in some cases demanded, to manufacture false information so that the Hillary campaign and Obama advocates could basically take President Trump down. They knew that this was false information and they pushed it anyway. The annex that has come out is just further proof that this has been the weaponization tactic of the left. We need true accountability, because if there is none, then this is the type of stuff that's going to continue to move forward in the future. There absolutely has to be accountability. We need to make sure that this does not get swept under the rug, because at its core, when you weaponize the intel community, as we saw the Hillary campaign and the Obama team do, what you get is a break in national security. The intel community cannot be compromised like this.
Well, we know you and your colleagues are on that. We'll keep following it. Meanwhile, quite the revelation from the latest Biden aide to testify behind closed doors in the House oversight probe of the former president's competency. Sources are telling Fox longtime Biden aide Mike Donilon said he stood to make $8 million if Biden won re-election. Half for running the campaign, the other half for a victory. Axios notes Donilon's testimony shows he had a financial incentive for Biden to run for re-election, even as the majority of voters expressed doubts about the president's ability to do the job another 4 years. He, by the way, is the 8th member of Biden's inner circle to testify. But Jason Chaffetz says the most important witnesses are still to come.
Well, there's politicos that are around, were around Joe Biden. They're important. You want to get them on the record. But those that are on the staff that were closest in the day-to-day operations within the White House, I think those are going to be even more key. The culmination of Jeffrey Zients, for instance, the chief of staff, Anita Dunn, these are going to be some of the key ones.
You agree with that, Congresswoman? Some of the key witnesses yet to come?
Absolutely. And I think the biggest one is going to be former Vice President Kamala Harris, because if you think about it, that is going to be the true escalation, the tipping point of really how high this corruption went. And of course, we know yesterday things that were asked were, did he know about Hunter Biden's foreign dealings? Was there any messaging on Ukraine and Burisma that was involved in this? You think about how he was incentivized to keep President Biden in place for his own personal gain. When you're talking of sums of money like that, $8 million. And as someone who's been involved in politics for a very long time, I've never seen a quote unquote win bonus of that size ever. When you're talking about that type of money, of course, someone's going to be incentivized to do everything they can to cover up where there are weaknesses, where there are cracks. And we know not only was Biden's mental health declining, not only did Hunter Biden become an incredible liability for the entire Biden team, but now you're seeing where other people have been coming forward. I think when we get Vice President Harris subpoenaed, and I do think that will happen, you're really going to start to see this unravel unravel, particularly with the backdrop of her new book that she wants to claim is about her experience in those last 100 days where she was essentially crowned the nominee. But this is going to be very interesting to see what we can get out of all these former Biden employees.
A lot to watch there. Congresswoman, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much for joining us.
Have a great one.
You too.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.